Welcome back, everyone, to Hungry for Conquest Part 5. Part 4 was an extra long part and about an hour for basically the entire invasion of Czechoslovakia. We're setting our sights on Yugoslavia. We have our claim. We don't actually have our claim. We can't set it just yet. I think I actually have a claim going to Romania or maybe Albania. I do remember making another claim. Independence guaranteed. Okay, so we're going to make a claim on Yugoslavia as soon as possible, but the world has been thrown into conflict 55%. The largest world tension has been created by Hungary, so 30% of it is by me. I'm doing my part to start the war, so I will not be able to take Romania whatsoever, because it has been guaranteed. Or has it been guaranteed? Has it not been guaranteed? It does not look like it has been guaranteed. So, we will actually... Okay, so, usually Romania is guaranteed. In fact, I remember I'm pretty sure that they should be guaranteed, but if they're not, I will gladly switch my front line to Romania, as well as this guy, too. This is just so I can get, like, more units on the front line. Actually, let's check this guy out. What's his percentage? Should I just promote him? He's really good. All positive traits in one skill point will be lost. Should we do it? I guess we're gonna do it. Yeah, okay. So, he did lose all of his traits, but now he can hold as many units as he wants. So, these 4 units will now get unassigned. Unassign all of them. Well, these units should also be unassigned as well. So it's now empty. Grab everyone, control, left click. They're all on that front line. So this guy did lose all of his traits, which is a shame, but now he can hold as many guys as he wants. So that's great. That's much better now. So now we won't ever have to upgrade it or change it ever again. So 1938, it's another year, and a lot of things to upgrade. We're getting that tank at the moment. There's improved artillery, not just yet. I don't know if I should just start doing doctrines. Nah, not those just yet. These are, I'm getting there. Excavation, not too worried about that. So a lot of these things are years ahead. These are, again, years ahead. Artillery might be a little bit ahead. I think I might just get improved infantry equipment, or maybe motorized. Should I get mountain infantry? These are all things that I'd like to get, but I don't think that I have the ability to get them, or just the time. Let's get improved infantry equipment because it has like +5 attack on everybody. So these volunteers are leaving. We have low manpower and we have insufficient resources, probably because we're making a ton of stuff and we still don't have a lot of resources, but we do have a lot more factories, which is really good. What's our national focus actually? Equipment effort. Oh, so this will actually speed up the research for infantry weapons and support, which is great because we're researching all that stuff pretty much right now. So we have actually no free manpower. Army and then air, total manpower. It's just like, what is going on? Limited conscription. We really need to have more conscription. Extensive conscription. I'll probably have to save up, but I have to also get a claim on Romania as soon as humanly possible, just to start the clock on Romania. You can see all my guys are spreading out along the line. Poland is doing the same. So is Yugoslavia and Italy, even though I'm kind of aligning towards the Axis. They're not really sure about me. I'll grant them that. I can be kind of ambitious. Oh, so let us get a front line. I mean a attack line. Probably, you know, just Budapest and up. Like that. Just move, just flow, just sweep across the country like that. Again, all of their capture points are you know, the 3 right here, is a couple scattered, one right there, but they're all pretty much right there for the most part, which is unfortunate. Can we edit the line a little bit? So like that. Okay, this really does not matter too much, but I want to get it right because I want to get their planning bonus. I think that if you move this arrow, it restarts the planning bonus, but it isn't that big of a deal. So we have positive all these things. We're not recruiting anyone at the moment. We should be, though, because we have a lot of time before we're going to attack. We have 70 experience now. 70 experience. What should I do? River. So this... How much is it going to cost? 10? That's not that bad. Let's also get engineering company there. I also want to get more infantry in this group. So, it actually did not cost that much. So, we're just expanding the number of troops that are basically in this group so that all my groups just have a little bit more strength. I think that was the problem. Was a lot of the groups just were not very strong. What should we do here? Back. It costs 5 to remove. Okay, I wasn't gonna do. I wanted to remove it just so that it would look more orderly, but it really isn't worth it anymore. So we're gonna get. We should also get artillery. What also should we get? Should we get more tanks or more infantry, mobile battalions? Probably more infantry. Let's get more infantry, and maybe we can start getting another... Okay, so all these groups are going to have a lot of guys in them. So I might not necessarily have a ton of groups walking around, but each group is going to be really strong. Except for, obviously, motorized itself is pretty okay. Cavalry's fine. But these groups are going to be really good. I shouldn't have actually done this. I should just... It costs 5 to remove. Oh, no, it costs nothing to remove. Yeah, so this is actually better. I don't want to go into 4 at the moment. I can unlock 5, but maybe for a different time. So let's start getting some units. Right. So did I actually add? Yeah, I added artillery for both. So I'm gonna have to start getting a lot of units out. So I could continue getting infantry, and I actually will continue getting infantry because I'm just not set for motorized. I should have actually spent a little bit of money into motorized, but honestly, my infantry is the units that are mostly out there, so that's why I'm still dealing with that, because those are the units that are out there right now. Like, my army's almost completely made up of just infantry. So clearly we're lacking literally everything. Literally everything is lacking. Quite a lot. Motorized, tactical bomber, we have support, blah blah blah. Do I have to produce, like, I think support equipment is like the artillery and the engineering. I think that's all that stuff. So actually I don't think I have to do that, which is fine. Okay, so the production is not quite. Let's get one off of that. What am I really missing a lot of? Like an absurd amount. I'm missing a ton of light tanks. Let's get one more on light tanks. The best thing I can do is just let all these factories start producing, you know, is just basically let them go. Because if I start switching factories around, you know, not adding factories but just switching them around, the production, the efficiency is going to go down by a lot. So if I just, you know, let them just go for a while, I think it'll be fine. Let's go to location. Just so that I can, I just like putting them in places where nobody's at the moment, just so I can pretty easily tell that they're done. So we have that done. National focus is done. What was that? Reduced ahead of time penalty for an infantry. So this will actually stop any penalty for researching ahead of time, which I don't think I'll have to deal with because I'm not going to research that ahead of time. So let's do another one of these armament. 70 days daily political. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we almost have enough to make a claim on Romania. We need to get to 50. Again, I don't know how to get more political power. I'm not too familiar with that mechanic, so I guess we'll have to, you know, deal with getting 1 per day, which really isn't that big of a deal. Let's justify war goal. Okay, so it actually only costs 36. And there we go. I did a little bit more damage to world peace. Wow. Okay, so they just got their independence has just been okay. So cancel justification. Yes. They just got well. I was waiting for that. They just got what is it called? Independence was guaranteed by 2 great powers, France and Britain, of course, allies. But I don't think they're actually allies at the moment. So. We don't have to worry so much about that, but we're just going to claim these guys probably have to get more. You need 20 more, so I need 37 to do this, which is fine. We'll just have to wait. That's kind of bullshit, though, because I wasted all that political power, and they should have told me, like, if I cancel it, I shouldn't, like, have it be wasted. It is what it is. So this is 39. This still has a huge penalty. So researching ahead of time. Anti-tank. Anti-air. Enables towed anti-tank. Click for details. So can this be added to battalions for like support? I really don't know. What are we gonna get? Maybe we'll start getting some land doctrines, because I really haven't gotten any of this. Grand battle plan. On throwing shells, no men at the enemy. Our manpower is okay, so this is not how I play. Extensive planning and preparation before engaging the battle is a key for success. Perfect weapons overrated. A large number of good enough. Oh, so this is like the Russians. Just huge numbers of enemies. So this is speed. So I think I'll just do this because LG is mutually exclusive with. Okay, so we can only go down one line. So it's like most people I think are going to do mobile warfare or grand battle doctrine. Most people I think are going to if they're not playing Germany or Russia or the United States, are going to be doing grand battle plan doctrine, because it's basically like you plan to attack people and that gives you bonuses. It's pretty good because the other ones, this is like, you know, a few good men, precise, you know, going for one place. This is mobile warfare, which I don't have yet. Maybe I could. This is just, again, a lot of people throwing a lot of bodies at a place trying to win. So that's certainly not how we play. But now that has been claimed, we have to trash this plan, unfortunately, again. Go back to Yugoslavia, get another front line or offensive line. And it'll just be kind of like this. Oh no. Let's kind of cut the country in half. Now there are a lot of rivers here, and that would normally be really bad, because it is bad anyways, because crossing rivers is really difficult. But I do have engineers, and the engineers will help a lot with that, I believe. If I go into technology, what did it say here? Defense training time. I think I might have to go into the company stuff and just look at this. Yeah, so river movement plus 25%, defense plus 25%, and also amphibious plus 25%. So that all kind of helps. It doesn't make up for the fact that I'm crossing a river. It's still a huge disadvantage, but it's at least better. So, oh, wait a minute. I want this to be precise. There we go. I don't really, it doesn't really matter too much. I just want to make sure that these guys aren't going while these guys are waiting. These guys have to go. Obviously, if we take Belgrade, it'll probably be over. All right, so we're just kind of waiting on that to happen. Let's move these deployments over here-ish. Actually, if I can make a special armored brigade to like kind of just rush for Belgrade, that'd be super useful. It'd be much better. These guys will put here just to kind of man the line. Again, I have no manpower. I don't understand how I don't have any manpower. Insufficient resources. I need just one. Just one what? Oil. Who has oil? These guys have oil. How does Yugoslavia not have any oil? That's preposterous. What are we missing? Oh, right, close air support. Well, You're not in luck then. I guess I can add one. If I have enough, not even close. Not even close to making enough. Well, I guess I'm making 50, so we have a lot of time, so I guess I can take one off the production line and start making. What? 8 a year? That is ridiculous. 8 a year. This is almost not even worth having. In fact, it's not worth having. This is not even worth having on the list. But speaking of Air Force, let's grab my Air Force and trash them. Trash all these guys. And relocate them close to their bases here. So we have actually a lot of different types of units, but they're all basically the same. We have our modern fighters, which are still being made, which is good. There we go. We have lots of different pre-war fighters, which I'm just gonna put into all into one group because they're basically the same thing. And then we have 2 different types of close air support, and then we have these bombers. So we have a lot of different types of units right now. A lot, like, you know, yeah. So the only ones I really care about are the close air support. And I guess the tactical bombers will be somewhat useful for the attack on Yugoslavia, but not right now. But one thing I need to focus on is just getting more armor, because my entire army is made up almost entirely of infantry. And while infantry is fine, and actually it really isn't that bad too, because I increased the size of the infantry by you know 3 more companies, and it raised it to, I don't know, it was probably, you know, somewhat of raised it by 3,200, so that's good. 3,200 extra men in each infantry, each single one of these, and you have, you know, 20 or 27 or like 25 of these along the entire line. It's a lot of troops, which is why I need quite a lot. I need even more tanks. Like, tanks are ridiculous, and as well as motorized. Like, holy crap. Holy crap, I need a lot of those. Now, let's check out their Air Force real quick. Their Air Force is not very big whatsoever. They do have a good amount of factories, naval dockyards, and of course convoys. Because actually, once I take this place, I'll actually have my first docks that can make some convoys. So they're importing all their oil. 60% national unity too, which is good. It's lower than most of the countries. But I will have to. How many fighters do I have? I have 73 fighters, plus I have all these older ones. Honestly, what I could just do is take off and make it one per week, and then add these 2 more on, should I just add it on tanks, or should I just, what am I, oh, motorized. I'm also desperately needing more motorized. Oh, so these guys aren't even getting enough oil. Reduce speed. Oil and steel, let's fix that. Holy crap, we need 17. What? Buy amount. Yeah, let's do that. And then we need, how much do we need? We need 6. Soviet Union, once again, let's send 1. Okay, so that'll actually fix both, so we have a surplus in both. And production should be fine now. It's super useful that it just tells you what resource you need right here and here. Obviously, it shows in both. But as you can see, like, the more factories I put on one thing, like if I did all 15 factories, you know, this would go up a lot. So the more factories I put on one thing, the more resources it's gonna take. So obviously, me putting more on motorized made me realize that I have almost no rubber, no oil. This is annoying. This is, yeah, you would have thought that Yugoslavia would have oil. And strategically, I would have rather taken Romania any day of the week, just because they have 70 oil, like 70. I need 8, right? I only need like 8. We export 1 oil? That's bogus. So, like, I would have well more than enough oil to deal with it. But the good thing is, I'm getting... See, aluminum and chromium are 2 things that everybody seems to have. Aluminum, ton. Chromium, don't need it. Aren't making any. Like, it's fine. But it seems like, at least I am getting some steel. Getting quite a lot of chromium. And aluminium, as our British neighbors say. Even more aluminium. Just a whole metal. Just a ton of metal. There's no other Balkan countries that have oil except for Romania, and they, sons of bitches, had their independence guaranteed, like a bunch of dicks. The independence of Albania is guaranteed by Italy. So, actually, I'm not gonna take. Yeah, I'm not gonna take Albania because, like, if I was on the side of, because Italy takes Albania, so I'm not sure why their independence is guaranteed if they're gonna take it. Also, I'm kind of aligning myself towards the Axis, anyways. Would have thought that they would have just been okay with me doing stuff like that. We still have all this construction going on. Okay, we have Lower Austria has damage. May. This one is going to be finished, complete. May 25th, June. That's going to take a while. Oh, armament 2, which means we have a free factory, which is awesome. I love having free factories. What do we really need desperately? Desperately. Everything? Everything. We need pretty much everything. Desperately. Oh, I think I just had units deployed, right? Because these guys are now out. Did they get deployed? What's going on here? I don't think so. Let's just grab our entire army and right click, make sure everyone's in the group. Yeah, they didn't get deployed, so I just strangely just lost a ton of. I was positive here for a little bit, but I am positive. Oh no, I still had a huge deficit. That's right. So this is going down by a lot, but I just need motorized and tanks for the most part because they're not getting. What are they missing mostly? Light tanks, they're all missing a lot. They're missing both by a huge amount, so let's just put one on, whichever one has less. Okay, so they both have 4 now. New national focus, that actually went really fast. Requires infrastructure effort, so I might as well start doing this line. Focusing a lot on infrastructure, just building up our ability to make machines of war. Oh, of course. Wait a minute. Construction. Of course, I can add more buildings. I guess I can do military factories as well. This is going to take quite a while for them to finish, but might as well. Near the homeland, at least. Sure, let's do that. Don't want to do any here because this is like where I might get attacked. And we'll do one right there because right next to Germany, like it'll be fine. But over here, I could be attacked by, you know, actually let's do one right here. I could easily be attacked by France, like bombers could come in and just start hitting this area. They probably won't hit this area. They're probably like here is like close, like they would have to fly here and back. It's a pretty far distance. So just being even modest, not building in this area is probably just fine. Because I already have a lot there anyways. Let's check production. We're getting there. It's getting lower. Everything's getting lower pretty fast. Check our recruitment. Again, not getting that many fighters out, but that's fine. How do I actually get this up? Proficient. It starts out at 50%, and the more efficient a factory is, basically the more it can build. So this is like 65% of proficient efficiency, and it's only making 1.5 per week, which is ridiculous. So these are actually all being used for reinforcement. These aren't even going to like my guys. These are not going to these guys. None of it is. It's going to frontline units, which is wrong. It shouldn't be doing that. It should be going to the train guys. Where do I do that? Oh, here we go. Upgrades. Actually, I'll just keep it like that. We're almost done anyway. Set priority. Quite a lot of tanks. It's mostly... we're actually missing quite a lot of manpower at the moment, too. As you can see. It's 117,000 out of 250,000. That's why these guys can't train. Because there's nobody to take their place. So what we have to do is get 150 manpower, 150 political power, and then switch our doctrine because we just don't have enough people. We're building our army too big, unfortunately. We just need to go to extensive conscription because we're at light tank. This is actually difficult. What do I do? Do I make the better light tanks? I think I make the better light tanks because honestly, I haven't been building those other tanks for very long whatsoever. What can we get? What year? 39. So this is all pretty much ahead of time. Yeah, so this is all gonna have penalties if I go for it. These as well. These are just land doctrines I can't even get. This is again. I might just get this. Why not? We have time to waste. Production. Let us get tank dose. See, the efficiency went down, but I went from light tank 1 to 2. If I went from light tank 1 to like a plane, I would lose all my efficiency. But because making tanks are pretty much the same, I don't lose all the efficiency, if that makes sense. So let's edit these. Can I go to the equipment? Division equipment. So they're actually using quite an array of tanks. An insane array of tanks. What? So they're using Great War tanks. I'm taking them off because I don't want them to use this. These are the light tanks. These are light tanks 2. Light tanks 2. And then light tank 3. No, these are all light tanks. Okay, so these are actually Czech light tanks. These are all light tanks somehow. So I'm gonna have them use all the light tanks that they can use pretty much. So now they're gonna lose a ton of equipment because I switched out all the shitty tanks that I don't want to use. Now I wonder if I can I build another? Can I build another division? Delete template from no, I don't want to do that. Can I build another? Like, can I build a different armor division where I just use my shittier tanks? Because obviously, this division now is going to be using these good tanks. These are all light. These are all light tanks. Either between mine and the Czechs Mark 1 to Mark 3. But can I have a division where I just have light tanks and Great War tanks? Like, just because I probably have a lot of equipment. I probably have a lot of these tanks sitting around now that are unusable because I don't want my units to use them. So I'm just wondering, is it possible to get the basic... Oh, you can actually look at all this stuff. Support equipment, so you can see all the different countries that have graciously donated their equipment to me. Improved infantry equipment. Can I... Is that a production thing? I think it is. No, it's not. So, how do I... What is that exactly? It's improved, but do I have to like add it to the list? This is, I think all this does is just make these better automatically. I don't actually have to switch the production to make those start happening. So we have maintenance, recovery time, manpower, reliability. I'm not sure if I want to get that just yet. Not just yet. So this would actually help with getting resources, but I'm not too interested in that. Again, we need more direct, direct resources. Strategic destruction, battlefield support, or operational integrity. Tactical bombers are flexible and can no. By improving how close air support interacts with divisions, we can lay waste to enemy divisions. I might want to do this one because this one sounds the best, but neither of these really focus on fighters. But I should focus on air because Yugoslavia does have some air, and I want it to go better than it did with Czechoslovakia, and it should go better than it did with Czechoslovakia. So we'll probably have a ton. Actually, we're looking fine. We have a ton of artillery sitting around. So let's take a couple off of artillery. What do we really need a lot of? Tanks again. Because now they're making better tanks, not shittier tanks. Again, low manpower as usual. These guys are super efficient now. Making 60, nearly 70 equipment every day. Total needed is only 1,000. Wow, so they started at, I think, 8,000 or something like that. Like negative 8K. And they brought it down. Check the tanks. We're making 1.3 per day, but it hasn't even reached peak efficiency. But motorized has not either. These take a while to get there. Take quite a while to get there. Yeah, that looks fine for the moment. These guys are almost done. How my boys getting to recruiting? Not really. They're taking forever, aren't they? They're taking their merry time to get everything done. Taking quite a while. When is this going to be done? Wait a minute, what? Oh, I never justified a war goal. Okay, I should probably do that. I waited quite a while to do that, didn't I? So, again, I plunged the world into chaos. 31%. Trench warfare? Did I really just research trench warfare? I think I had to do that. I think that was just the first power. Okay, grand battle plan. Max planning plus 30%. This is going to take forever to get. So, get used to seeing that in there. I could take these guys right now, even without my armor divisions. So what I might do... Oh, construction effort, awesome. So getting more construction out there. We could get aviation support. Oh, aviation air doctrine. That would actually kind of help. But I want to continue going down this path. National focus. I just want to look at these real quick because I really... Which grants divisions required for sending volunteer force? Not really. Political power plus 150. I think I already went down this list, didn't I? Oh, I can't really do that. Political correctness. Fuck you, political correctness. Political power plus 200? Holy shit. I do not want to become a communist. So, technology sharing. Actually, I want to go down here so I can get these extra technology slots because that's huge if I can get those. But like I said, I want to get armor division in its own thing. Now this guy isn't very good. Oh no, not promote. Area 24. He's not particularly very good, but he will get better, and he will get better with tanks if I just send tanks. If I just have tanks in his division, especially. So let's change the spot where they deploy there. These guys again are going to deploy in the same spot. So now they finally have all their equipment. Most of it donated generously by the Czechs. I appreciate you very much. We have a free factory at the moment. From what? Something had to give up room, light tanks automatically. What are we producing? And we have a massive surplus, basically everything. Infantry equipment, support equipment. We're gonna take some off the line there. Add more to these. And you start getting a lot of these out. Now I do lose efficiency every time, which is annoying, but you have to add more factories when you're not making enough. But that'll be it, guys, for this part. Stay tuned for the invasion of Yugoslavia, or more like the build up to Yugoslavia, and then finally the invasion. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.